Hello, students. Nothing shows gratitude like doing a portrait of someone that you care about. Today, we're going to work on making a portrait or a picture of a person that we are grateful for. This is an awesome project to do at the end of the school year because there are so many people that have been helping and nurturing you throughout the year. Grown-ups love art by students. We love if it looks a little bit like us or even if it looks nothing like us. We're going to use this general idea to make an easy cartoon portrait of some teachers that we appreciate. So I am going to do an example, and I have my portrait subject right next to my art so that I can kind of hold the idea of my person in my mind while I draw. I begin with a U shape. The U shape was on the instruction sheet, and since we're not trying to do a realistic portrait, a U shape will help us do the bottom of the face. Then we add 2 lines for a neck and just lightly slope some shoulders coming out. You can do a line at the bottom of the neck for the shirt. Every portrait we do should have some ears. The ears might be hidden, but you can draw where they're going to be, just with a thin shape to the side of the U. And then the next step you're going to do is just look right at that bottom line of hair so that you can show the general shape it makes when it comes down their face. Then you're going to look at the shape of the hair and how it goes above the head and to the sides of the head, and lightly sketch that out with your pencil. The next thing to tackle is the eyes. So I'm going to look, and usually the eyes are a little bit lower than you initially think. Make sure and leave room for forehead above and nose and mouth below. And you're going to use a football shape for the eyes. If you would rather do just some simple dots for this portrait, that's fine too. We can look at our reference sheet and really simplify. So I just did some football shapes while looking at the picture of my subject and can draw in circle irises and pupils. I'm going to take a look at her eyebrows and draw them in the shape that I see. And then I'm going to do a simple nose with a rounded backwards L shape. Try and capture the facial expression of the person if they are in the room with you or if they are in a photograph. This is not a portrait today where we're going to draw a lot of detail like teeth, but a few little wrinkles or eyelashes will help people know who this portrait is. So now we're on to step 2, which is to add some nice bold black marker line. And so while I'm checking my picture and making sure I like my pencil line, I'm adding some marker to this portrait over all of the pencil lines. And then any pencil lines that I don't trace, I will erase. Depending on how you hold your black marker, you can make thin lines or thick. When I use just the tip of the marker, it is very thin. When I tilt it more to the side, it makes a thicker line. So we're keeping things very simple because this is a one-day thank you project. I'm adding a few little laugh lines and eyelashes. And then I'll complete the bottom of the shirt. To keep things simple, I'm going to not add too much more detail, and I'm going to decide on a border. You can think of this person and the things that they like and draw it around the border. I know this person loves flowers among other things, and so I'm going to make a flowery border. You can do that for almost everyone. Everyone likes nature. Without getting too complicated and too detailed, I'm going to complete an entire border around the person that I'm thankful for and appreciate. And I continue drawing my border, but decide I would love to label the name of this person in my best handwriting at the bottom of their shirt, and then continue the border. Since this is a one-day project, you might use color for just some accent. So when I'm using a certain bright color, I'll use it maybe at least 2 times in a picture to create unity. I'm using a purpley color and a red color at least twice each. I'm not going to color a lot of the skin or details of my person because I want this to look like a black and white picture with just some accent colors. And we want to finish it in one day, then we'll gift our portraits.